Welcome to NFL Primetime on ESPN Plus, presented by Dell Technologies. Your new Dell PC gets your holiday to-dos done faster.
Hi there, welcome to week 13 of NFL Primetime. If that number doesn't give you a hint, we will. Chris Berman, Booger McFarland, you had a great feast, didn't you?
Thanksgiving was great, Boom. The ham was absolutely outstanding. I only eat it once a year, and it was to die for.
Yeah, but I want to know about the sweet potato pie. You keep telling me
the
about
sweet
that.
potato pie, Boom. Think about it. If you like pumpkin pie, you'll love sweet potato pie.
I'm not doubting it. There's room for all of them.
Absolutely. No.
And by the way, from Booger and all of us here at NFL Prime, let us be the last to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. So on the 3 games on Thanksgiving and then the day after on Black Friday, 4 of the 5 top Super Bowl favorites, right? They all lost, and some of them emphatically.
Yes.
Week 13 was nuts, but certainly some semblance of normalcy would come on Sunday because the Rams are now the new favorite by everybody to get to the Super Bowl. So in our mind, let's go to Carolina and see if they can continue their 6-game winning streak against pesky Panthers, especially at home.
Yeah.
Carolina at home, but Matthew Stafford, are you kidding? 27 straight passes, touchdown passes without an interception. Make it 28 to Davante Adams. He leads the NFL in TD passes. Give the ball to a kid. Very nice move. But the Panthers say, you know what, we're going to run the ball. The Chuba missile crisis. Chuba Hubbard rolls it in. Game on. We're tied at 7. Late first. Stafford looking for his tight end, Colby Parkinson, but tipped by Derek Brown and picked up by Nick Scott. So the streak top NFL record of 28.
Derek Brown had a huge day. Tipped, pass, tips and overthrows. Defense got to get throws.
Well, I mean, you're going to get intercepted eventually, right? Now Stafford looking for Puka Nacua, but it's Michael Jackson. Isn't this a thriller? Touchdown. Pick 6 against Matthew Stafford. Panthers? 14-7. Now, early second. Stafford says enough already. How about the way he and Davante Adams immediately hooked up this year?
2 veteran players who understand where each other are going to be, and Adams always gets open.
What a fun game. Tied at 14. Late first half. Down 17-14 Stafford to Xavier Smith. X marks the spot. 51-yard gain into the red zone, and then 2 minutes to go in the half. Blake Corum, he plays very under control with a lot of decorum. He's in the end zone.
I see what you did.
Very nice. 21-17 Rams. Very, very nice. Now, early third quarter. Dave Canales, what a job he's done coaching these Panthers. Bryce Young to Jalen Diet Coker. And that's on 4th and 3. Touchdown on 4th down.
What a play call on 4th down for the gamble.
24-21. Now, early fourth, Stafford goes Puka Nacua. Now, just watch this. Booger, how did he do this?
Boom, who needs 2 hands with one or do? The ability to go up and catch the point of the football. He didn't get the entire ball, but just the point of the ball and the bringing in outstanding catch.
No, yeah, that's right. They keep pointing that way. Unbelievable play by Puka Shell, and now Kyron Williams in the end zone. Rams back on top, 28-24. Under 7 to go in the game. Bryce Young, we've seen him deliver a couple weeks ago, pass for over 450. To Tedero McMillan on 4th and 2 from the 43. Panthers, 2 touchdowns on 4th down by Bryce. 31-28 they lead. Under 5 to go. Stafford under pressure. Oh, it's a fumble. DJ, I want him the ball. Oh, the big fellas. 3 turnovers, Rams, Stafford.
No doubt. Sack forced by Derek Brown, no.
Now under 3 minutes to go. Young to Coker on 3rd and 5. And that's going to be it. The Carolina Panthers have stopped the Rams Express. You're not going to win all of them, but Carolina at home especially this year, and they're above water again at 7-6, 31-28. A win by growing before our eyes, Bryce Young.
We want to take it one game at a time. Stuff we can't control, stuff that, we can't look too far ahead. But, we know that, there's stuff at stake. For us, it's just being consistent with our process. That's the thing about this team. It's never needed motivation. It's never needed incentive to go and chase greatness. So, again, for us, we'll have a week to reset.
we've dealt with adversity before. We'll deal with it again, and we'll handle it the right way. And I can't wait to lean in. Sometimes when things go well, these can be blessings in disguise if you use them the right way. You didn't want it to happen. We came out here with the expectation to win the football game. It didn't go down like that for us, and now we get a chance to be able to move forward and see how we handle a little bit of a challenge. And it's been a while since we felt this way.
Right, the 6-game winning streak snapped. The Rams are still 9-3, so it's not, oh my God, the sky is falling. You're not going to win all of them. Carolina really growing in front of our eyes. And it started raining in the second half. You figured, well, what did they do? They ran it, 40 times for 164. Yeah. They controlled.
Boom, the biggest thing about this game is you watch this game unfold. It felt like Carolina belonged. We came into this game saying that the Rams were the best team in football, but never did it look like Carolina was overwhelmed. The defense was outstanding. Derek Brown was tipping ball. Sack calls fumble. They were turning the Rams over. They were physical. It felt like at times they were the more physical team. The Rams would score. Bryce Young would come right back and score. They never backed down from what we think is the best team in football. And to me, that was a win. But for them to win this football game and to stay a half a game behind the Buccaneers in the South was an outstanding performance because of how they did it. It was a team win. Dave Canales trusted Bryce Young. 2 touchdowns on 4th down.
Unbelievable.
On 4th down. It was a really good performance, and it showed me that they have what it takes to win the South.
Something to keep in perspective. Carolina's 7-6. By the way, they get a bye next week, so that'll be very helpful for them.
Late byes are always helpful.
The Chiefs are 6-6. They have a better record than the Chiefs. Just to put in perspective what they've done. Rams. Look, Matthew Stafford isn't going to go the rest of the year without turnovers. I get it.
Yeah.
But here's interesting. This was the first time, and of course in a seesaw game, that the Rams have trailed at any point in a game since week 6. So that's in early to mid-October? Point is, they weren't down by a lot. But when your defense plays knowing you're up 3, 7, 10, 14. Now they were, within 3 most of the time. But it didn't allow them to tee off. That would be my antenna's up watching forward if the Rams trail in future games.
It's a team that's...
Is that fair?
It's very fair. It's a team that's used to playing from in front. And today, maybe because it never rains in Southern California, you had rain, you had cold weather, and you had a team that was matching them count point for point and back and forth. And so I think the Rams have to look at this. Was this a bump in the road or cause for concern? I think it was a bump in the road. Stafford turned the football over 3 times. I don't think that's going to happen. I think defensively they will play a little bit better. The biggest problem that the Rams had coming into this year was their secondary. 2 4th down touchdowns. If you're the Rams, you got to make sure that the secondary stays tight because the rest of their team I'm not concerned about.
No. They're 9-3. They've got Seattle. We'll get to it. Seattle on a Thursday in a couple of weeks. It's
a big one.
That's a real big one. Meanwhile, speaking of big one, Houston at Indianapolis. Of course, as you all know, the Indianapolis Colts off to a great start. Houston off to an 0-3 start, but the perennial champs in that division trying to get back in. C.J. Stroud back in, first time after 3 games. Concussion. Daniel Jones playing hurt. Stroud, a little rusty. Overthrown, picked up by Cam Bynum. Celebration on in Indy. First time they've been at home in over a month because they had a, quote, home game, but it was in where? Berlin. Yeah. Meanwhile, next Colts drive. Jones, Alec Pierce. He's open for these big chunk plays.
He always makes catches like he's an incredible tough catch guy, and Daniel Jones gives him an opportunity.
They missed the PAT, but it's 6-3 Colts at Indy. Stroud. Now he's starting to find it. Nico Collins thinks he has the touchdown. He kind of stepped out. Look at this. My bad.
Yeah, my bad. He's got a triple E. Maybe he had a D as far as the width.
Why don't we give it a Nick Chubb? And so, no problem, no harm, no foul. Touchdown Texans, 10-6 Houston on the road. Now 13-6 Houston, midway through the third quarter. Jones dropping back, looking for Josh Downs. Oh, beautiful job with the feet.
Unreal catch, boom. And then once you catch it, your feet have to go dead. One down, drag the other one, catch.
And then, hey, how many good young tight ends do we have? Tyler Warren certainly would be one of them. Touchdown, we're tied at 13. Really fun game.
Without a doubt.
Fourth quarter, early. Play clock, watch this. Tick, 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 tick. 3rd and 15 Texans. There's the flag. No, there is no flag. Stroud says we'll snap it anyway. Xavier Hutchinson, I'm looking for him, but then there's the flag. But for PI, you think Shane Steichen said, hey, look at the clock.
Yeah, it probably should have been called, but the ref looks at the clock, then the ball, and see if it snapped. The process may be a little flawed.
Well, and then gets the flag, so piling on, if you will, so they stay alive. Instead, Nico Collins on the end around, his first career rushing touchdown. Kaimi Fairburn. Kick is, I don't know, that looked wide left to me. It's Fairburn, the foul pole. Yeah, but both refs went good. Why is that important? Because you'll see, they lead 20-13, not 19. They're 4th and 9 with 31, 2 minutes to go. Jones, because they had to go for it, because instead of 19-16, it was 20-16. So had the kick been no good? We don't know. We're just going on what you and I all saw. Meanwhile, here's the big story. The Houston Texans were 0-3. They were 3-5. They've won 4 in a row. They win in Indy 20-16. The Colts have fallen to 8-4. Jeff Darlington with Will Anderson of the #1 ranked defense.
And Will, this was strength on strength. We knew that this was a good Colts offense, a great Houston defense. How were you guys able to stifle them?
Yeah, man, I think it just goes back to our mentality and who we are as a team, man. And it's just playing complementary football, man. It's not just a defense, offense, just special teams set us up to get on some good field positions, man. So it's just everybody playing complementary football, swarming.
No one's losing confidence, or certainly no one is, gonna get, too wound up about it. But we know what we have to do, and we know we have to improve and make progress. So, I expect guys to be ready to go, and we've got to have a good week. We got to make sure we clean some stuff up.
So they got a lot of wins early. They were 8-4, Houston 7-5. Wait a minute. If Jacksonville wins at Tennessee, I know it's a division game, Trevor Lawrence and company, but you never know. They'd be 8-4 also? Really? Jags? Lawrence, Parker Washington. We've had him in some highlights. America's first president. Yep. Gains 26 yards. Big play on 3rd down, 3rd and 8. Lawrence. He's had some games where, this was not one of them. He looked sharp. To Jacoby Myers, big pickup a few weeks ago, Raiders, 50-yard game. Another big play, Jags. Now 3rd and goal, a couple plays later. Lawrence to Myers. Myers run for everybody. He caught 6 for 90, 7-3 Jacksonville.
And Trevor Lawrence looking sharp all day long, boom.
Second quarter, Lawrence. If you like the Doors, you know this. Brenton, people are strange. End zone, 21 yards. Jags, they got the penalty, so they go for 2. They get it. 15-3. They lead 18-3 at the half. 3rd quarter. Logan Cook punting. Flag thrown. They did touch him. Good acting also.
Yeah, sometimes, Boone, you got. I'd rather be a good actor than not.
They got him. I mean, they touched him. I'm not. Mike McCoy goes, really? Yeah. I've seen. He's such a good guy, good coach, but they. All right, meanwhile, Lawrence to Quentin Morris, 14-yard gain. Jags driving. A few plays later, Bashal rootin' tootin' in the end zone, 25-3. Jaguars.
Jaguars?
Under 9 minutes to go in the 4th. Now, kind of been quiet for the first half of the year, but Josh Hines-Allen and 41 and 44 starting to do their job.
Yeah, starting to heat up this pass rush of the Jaguars. 41 and 44, Hines-Allen and Trayvon Walker.
Well, he had 3 tackles for losses, 2 sacks did Hines-Allen. And the Jaguars dominate. They win 25-3. Lawrence due for 229. The Jags are 8-4. They play home against Indy next week in a first-place game. They've won 3 in a row. And Tennessee has lost 7 straight. So where do we start? Let's start with the Jaguars. I understand it's Tennessee. They haven't won a lot.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence, you pointed out in the highlights. Calm and cool. He hasn't had all the games like that this year. But when he's like that, they look like, well, a team tied for first place.
Well, without a doubt. And when you, like, the biggest thing you notice when you watch Lawrence is the back foot hits and the ball comes out. Back foot hits and the ball comes out. He's playing in rhythm. When he plays in rhythm, then he starts to remind you of what we thought he could be when he was drafted #1 overall. He's 6'6". He's 235, 240 pounds. And it's about time that he start playing like the generational quarterback. And today was one of those days. I just got to get more consistency out of him, Boom. They're now 8-4. They're right there at the top of the AFC South. The running game with Etienne and Tootin. You see Hines-Allen. You see Trayvon Walker. Liam Cohen is one of the better play callers in football, even though this is his first year. the quarterback has got to be consistent. Today he was, and they look really good.
Look at the three of the first-year coaches. Liam Conner, Jacksonville tied for first.
Yes.
Mike Vrabel, Patriots.
Yes.
I mean, they have the best record in the AFC going into the weekend. Of course, Ben Johnson, Bears. I mean, they're number 1 or number 2 seed at the moment. New coaches, who said it takes them a while to get their feet wet. Now, C.J. Stroud had been out for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Took him a little bit to get his feet wet. I thought he threw the ball well today for Houston.
He threw the ball well. They ran the football decent enough, but he was accurate with the football. His superpower is how fast he processes and how quickly the ball comes out. And when he's back there and the ball comes out on time, in rhythm, now you get Nico Collins involved. But let's not twist the story. This is the best defense in football.
Yes.
And when you have the best defense in football, it allows you some luxuries and some flexibilities on offense. You don't have to panic. You don't have to try to press things. C.J. Stroud came back today, took what the defense gave him. He got everybody involved. They ran the football good enough. This is a championship defense. The quarterback and the offense have to become a little bit more dependable. Today they were. Before, Davis Mills was playing better than C.J. Today, C.J. came back and said, you know what? I need to play better, and he did.
Look, Colts lost close game to Houston.
Yeah.
Close the week before in
Yes.
overtime to Kansas City. It's not like, oh, my God, they got beat 44-3.
Right.
However, losing 3 of 4, and again, Taylor ran, 85. It's not nothing, but they have a schedule. Again, I don't want to get into this in every team, but at Jacksonville, at Seattle, home San Francisco, home Jacksonville, at Houston. Bottom line is all 5 have winning records. There's some things they need to button up.
It's definitely some things they need to button up. My biggest concern with Indy, I'm not worried about the quarterback. When the quarterback doesn't have the runner, though, when the running game is not there, then when the quarterback has it all on his shoulders, then I get concerned. Taylor, in their wins, man, Taylor's producing. In their losses, he's not getting that. He gets to about 80 yards. That's not good enough. The defense is not dominant, but it's good enough. They have to run the football, limit the number of defensive snaps, and then the quarterback, when he gets his opportunities, hey, he's got to go 3 for 4. He doesn't have to bat 1,000, but he's got to hit the layups because Shane Steichen is going to provide layups for him. He's got to hit those.
So in this division, we got 3 to the post.
Yeah.
Now, which we weren't sure we would have with the Houston starting out so poorly. You got Indy, you got Jacksonville, you got Houston. They're playing each other. It'll be fun. The Bucs have struggled. Lost 4 of 5, but they played everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody. And so Baker Mayfield got hurt last week in the loss to the Rams, but he says, I'm tough. I'm playing. Don't you worry. At home against Arizona, the pressure is on, but Baker, well, he does this too. 21 yards. What injured arm?
And they love Baker because of his tenacity and how hard he plays.
Mayfield. Sterling Shepard. Yeah. As a touchdown, 5-yard completion. Bucs keep the drive alive. Then under 2 minutes to go in the second, 3rd and goal to, wait a minute, isn't that the great left tackle, Tristan Wirfs? Tristan the night away.
A little tackle eligible there. How about the Bucs? Tricky Bucs.
Tricky Bucs. 10-3, the new sombrero. Learning new things. Now, 3rd quarter. Baker. Emeka Pikabuka, the rookie, 23 yards. Bucs driving. Bucky Irving back for Tampa Bay in the backfield. Tampa Bay, Bucky Irving, 13 yards, 17-3, Tampa.
And you can tell the difference when Bucky Irving is back because the speed element that White doesn't have, now it's back.
I give Jacoby Brissett and Arizona credit. They hang, they lose almost all the time, but they're like in almost every game. Brissett doing it to bam, right? 17-10, bam, we got a ball game. Under 9 to go in the 4th. Brissett to his really outstanding tight end, Trey McBride. 20 yards. Cardinals, here they come. 5 minutes to go. Brissett, McBride, touchdown. It's 20-17. 3-point Buck lead now. Bucs, can you put it away? 3rd and 10 on 32. A little over 2 minutes. Baker, pump, out of the shadow. He's going to run. Uh-oh, Cardinals are ready. They're going to punt. They have a chance. Under a minute to go. 4th and 2, but they're at their own 17. So here you go. Michael incomplete from Brissett. Hey, look, a win is a win is a win.
Anytime you've lost 3 in a row, boom, you need to get a win to get that taste out of your mouth. So although they were not perfect, the Bucs got a win, got off the snide. More importantly, they stayed in first place in front of the Panthers in the South.
Yep, they had lost 4 or 5 and 3 in a row. As you say, they're 7-5. And Arizona, they've lost 9 of 10. A lot of them like 4, 3, 2. But
Starting to be a little concerned about them out there.
San Francisco at Cleveland. Not exactly California weather the last day of November. Shedeur Sanders and the Browns. Of course, he won his start last week. And he's going to look for Jerry Judge Judy. It's windy. It's nasty. And he missed him, and the Browns are forced to punt. Now, San Francisco, we'll get on them in a minute. For the second game, recently acquired was the Chiefs. Sky Moore has a big return on a punt. Fields it here. He's through the seam, and he could go a stiff arm there a lot of the way down to the Browns' 66-yard return.
Love Scott Moore. Anytime you get those hidden yards on special teams, they pay dividends.
Brock Purdy back in. This is what you should do. Christian McCaffrey in the end zone for a touchdown. 7-0 Niners. Still 7-0, minute to go and a half. And Shedeur, 2nd and 9 at 34. Looking for Harold Fannin. And he's a Fannin of getting the ball. He's in the end zone.
One of the best rookie tight ends in football, Harold Fannin Jr., boom.
And then Jim told me it's a 2-run homer for Cleveland. They get 2, that they're up 8-7. Now it's 10-8 San Francisco. Kevin Stefanski, third quarter. Kev, 4th and 1 at your own 32. You're only down 10-8. Fannin fumbled. They turn it over.
Sometimes you get too cute. What happens just giving this to the quarterback, letting him sneak?
Robert Saleh's defense falls on it, and then what happens? Brock Purdy, pretty good to George Kittle. Inside the 5, sets up 1st and goal. And then a couple of stops, Cleveland. You know they got one of the best defenses in football, but from the 2, Purdy, pretty nice move around the left end. First rushing touchdown of the year. Of course, Mac Jones led him to 5-3 in the 8 games he started, 17-8. Look out. You know what's going to happen. Myles Garrett, another sack, 19 on the year.
Yeah, boom, well on to win a Defensive Player of the Year.
So it forces a punt. Thomas Morstead punting to Larvadin, who muffs it. Darrell Luter recovers for the Niners. So big return, Niners. The fumble recovery there, special teams. Purdy to Juwan Jennings. Juwan will lead 23-8. Yep, that's what they do. 7.5 to go. Keon White is there for the Niners. Browns turn it over on downs. That was 4th and 16. At this point, why not? And they go on to win it 26-8. So San Francisco given a couple breaks. A little gamble by Cleveland. Some special teams where the Niners were much better than the Browns. And they beat the Browns 26-8. The Niners are 9-4 for George Kittle.
I think looking from the outside in, if people would have said, hey, you guys are going to be 9-4 going into the bye, and you're not going to have Fred Warner or Nick Bosa, and Kittle's going to miss the first 5 weeks, and Brock's going to miss 6-7 games, I think a lot of people would have laughed at everybody. And, kudos to our coaching staff, Coach Shanahan, Lynch for bringing in the right guys to fill in those spots, developing players, to take advantage of those situations. How about Cleveland Farrell, just coming back? It's fantastic. I think we're set up really well. It's these bye weeks, get tricky because I think guys have just been looking forward to it. And so, our message, I think Kyle say the message tomorrow is just like, hey, get away, do whatever you have to do. But just remember when we come back, we have 4 incredibly difficult games that are going to hopefully set us up to do something fun, after the last game.
So, again, what he's saying is the Niners are one of the last teams for the bye, like Carolina, like New England after Monday, like the Giants. For San Francisco, we're going to link them with Tampa on what he said for a minute. So they got it's a game. They don't play there much.
Yeah.
But they haven't won there since Bill Walsh was head coach in 1984, a Super Bowl year for the Niners. 1984. That's a long time ago. They won, and it was a game they could have lost. It doesn't look like it on the scoreboard.
It was a game they could have lost, but they won it. It was workmanlike fashion. The biggest takeaway was if you watch Brock Purdy play Monday night, 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives. I thought it was important for him to come out and get that taste out of his mouth, play in rhythm, play on time. you don't want to create noise. A lot of noise already out there about Mac Jones, went 5-3 as a starter. Purdy comes back, throws the 3 picks, and you don't want the noise to get any louder. So I thought it was imperative that he come out, play on time, play in rhythm to get this win, and for him to be turnover free. I thought this was well for his psyche and for his confidence, and that'll bode well for the 49ers.
It will. The reason I linked San Francisco and Tampa Bay is not because they're in the same conference. I know there's other teams that have had injuries, but the Niners and the Bucs have had more frontline injuries than anybody from like the start of the year, and you don't hear a thing about it from them, even from their fans. And so, like the Niners won, that Kittle pointed out, the Buccaneers have won. It wasn't pretty again, but yet they have a much, quote, easier schedule down the stretch. They're back on point.
And you think about those 2 coaches you mentioned, Shanahan and Todd Bowles.
Yeah, there you go.
They don't make excuses. That's 2 of the better football coaches in this league. One's an offensive guy, one's a defensive guy. They don't make excuses. They just roll their sleeves up and go to work. And I think their teams, you often hear the teams take the personality of their coach. And I think both teams take the personality of either one of those guys, and that's why they don't make excuses.
Well, so those teams are winning. Now, before we roll this, whatever the stats say on defense, okay, Seattle's defense is way up with everybody. So I don't care if they're 7th, 8th, whatever, that you can't name more than 3 starters on their team. You will.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the Vikings, well, not unfortunately, the young man got an opportunity to start. Mac Brosman, remember, Sam Darnold reincarnated last year under Kevin O'Connell, but now with the Seahawks. Darnold back to pass. Dallas Turner comes in unblocked, strip sack. Again? Yeah, the Seahawks have had turnover problems. That's about it. This is Max. What up, Brosmer? Well, I'll tell you what up. DeMarcus Lawrence pressure. Ernest Jones with the pick. Him and Worry made the play. I mean, we could go on and on and on.
Boom. Shades of Will Levis coming in as Brosman just throws it up for grabs. But how about Ernest Jones Jr.? He's been playing outstanding. Good to see him get a turnover and get a touchdown.
So, rookie mistake, of course, 13-0 Seahawks at the half. First play, 3rd quarter. Kenneth Walker pitch. They run it nicely. They don't blow you away running, but they run it about as often as anybody in football. You wouldn't know that either.
And they got 2 good runners in Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet.
They do. Jason Myers, 54-yard field goal, good in front of the 12. 16-0 Seahawks against the Vikings at home. Then Brosmer, late 3rd. For Jalen Naylor, too high, picked up by Kobe Bryant. 3rd turnover of the game, against that defense. It's a tough spot for the young man, Corey.
It was going to be a tough spot from the word go.
Well, for McCarthy or for anybody else, maybe even for Fran Tarkenton. Brosmer to Justin Jefferson is picked. Jones, 2nd time of the game. He makes tackles in the middle linebacker. He calls the signals. So a frustrating day for as good a receiver as there is, but this is a year when they're going to be 4th place. And you mentioned the other running back, Zach Charbonnet. Good vintage, good touchdown. 17-yard run, 26-0. Here we go, pop the cork. Brosmer. Reek Woolen. Remember he came in as a rookie, had a bunch of picks. This is the best he's played since a few years ago. And he gets hit by Naylor, loses the ball. Naylor gets it back. So, but Brosmer with his 4th pick. And now, can the Seahawks get a shutout? We'll talk about it. You know what a 0 on the board is for a defensive unit. Well, Drake Thomas and Nwosu. They shut out the Vikings 26-0. The first shutout for Seattle since the Legion of Boom days. 2015, they had 3 and 4 years. And the Seahawks roll the Vikings 26-0. And they're at Atlanta next week. And then, well, they got San Francisco left, they got the Rams left, and they're 8-3. Same record as the Rams. Pay attention. Bills, Steelers. Been playoff a couple times. Aaron Rodgers is back, but Josh Allen is back. But windy? What do you think? Coming from Buffalo, they care about wind? I don't think so. And so, Allen looked for Gabe Davis, but maybe they should have. Brandon Echols makes the play as Allen tries to fit it into a tight window. James Cook. Uh-oh, wait a minute. This is what we're looking for. Fumble. Cook, recovered by Patrick Queen, so it's going to be one of those games, huh?
Yeah, and the Cook has got to be a little bit more careful with the ball. He's had a little bit of an issue putting the ball on the ground periodically.
They hit his own knees. Steelers forced turnover. That said, they got to win it if it's Pittsburgh, who want to stay on top of Baltimore in their division. Kenneth Gainwell, nice play, 17 yards. What a catch. Steelers picking up momentum here.
Yeah, I love it. Just to get it off the ground with one hand. They got to get the ball to their explosive players. He's one of them.
Jaylen Warren, 3rd and goal from the 1. Touchdown Pittsburgh at home. Terrible towels waving. The gator or the reverse gator.
I want to see you do that.
Nah, not tonight. It's a family show. 7-0 Pittsburgh. 3rd quarter. Rodgers. Look out. Joey Bosa makes the play. Christian Benford scoops it up. Bosa with the sack. Bills defense with the score.
And that's what you want to do, hit the quarterback. And right now, Aaron Rodgers, who's 41 years old, is thinking, why in the hell am I out here?
Well, Mason Rudolph, it's about time to gear up the sleigh anyway. He comes in. And 2nd and 6, Pittsburgh. But this is the type of performance the Bills, they've been looking for from the defense. Of course, that's an overthrow. That's Benford for the pick. Rudolph with the turnover. Don't you know your nose so bright? No, that's Aaron. At any rate, under 12 to go in the 3rd. Cook. Oh, that's what they're supposed to do. Other than Josh Allen, best player.
He's their best player. He should touch the football 25 times a game.
31-yard gain. Allen. Keon Coleman. Back in graces. Yeah. Back in the end zone.
Fresh out of the
Allen,
dugout.
Cameron Hayward, how you doing? How was your Thanksgiving? Good. 16-7. Allen scrambling. This is what he does. 11-yard gain. Now 4th quarter. Josh. Well, this is really what he does. Look at this. I'm going to get stopped. I'm in. I'm just in. The most rushing touchdowns by a quarterback in the history of the NFL, breaking his mark with Cam Newton. He has 76. Aaron, 23-7. 11 minutes to go in the game. Rodgers back in, 4th and 2. Gainwell does not gain 2. Okay?
He gains none.
He didn't gain 1. And Pittsburgh didn't gain in the standings on a Baltimore team that was shocked by Cincinnati on Thursday night. Courtney Cronin after the game with James Cook, who certainly was cooking.
If you hear this stat and you're surprised by it, this is the most rushing yards an opponent has ever put up in this stadium. How does that sit with you?
I mean, it feels good, against a tremendous defense like that, well coached with great players, I just try to come in here and just do my job and play my game.
What goes through your mind when the crowd chanting to fire you in your home stadium?
Man, I share their frustration tonight, man. We didn't do enough. And that's just the reality of it.
Pittsburgh 6-6. They play Baltimore next week. The Bills are now 8-4. Raiders at the Chargers. Chargers off a bye. The Raiders trying to beat Justin Herbert, and the Chargers have beat him earlier this year. Herbert, early on, going to take this hit from Jeremy Chin. Looks like Chin's helmet hit his left hand inadvertently.
Yeah, you hate to see that for Justin Herbert because he stays banged up, man.
And Herbert says, I'm all right. I'm going to send it to Quentin Johnson. I'm in there. But he heads to the locker room after this with a score of 7-0. Trey Lance comes in the game, a rare Trey Lance sighting. Herbert returns, glove on his non-throwing hand. He goes back in the game. We're midway through the 2nd quarter. Chargers happy, 3rd and goal. Herbert for the end zone. Vlad McConkey, but Caillou Blue Kelly. Hey, Raiders hanging in. Now, Geno Smith. Oh, but Dante Jackson tips the pass. Tony Jefferson secures it. He falls out of bounds. What?
Yeah, just everybody, one knee is 2 feet. Did we count that? Yes.
Play was reviewed, confirmed an interception. The kick was also good. No, it wasn't. Come on, Vidal. He did not. Hey, he's a PTPer, baby. No game. Adam Butler stops some Chargers. Turn it over on down 4th and inches. Raiders stop. Smith, Geno, Brock Bowers. They're on the board. We're tied at 7. Early 3rd. Vidal. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Look out. when they run the ball, they might get their rookie running back, Hampton, back soon. 59-yard touchdown, 14-7. That's what Jim Harbaugh
They should
likes.
do it more often, take a lot of the pressure off Justin Herbert.
Jaret Patterson breaking in for 22 yards. Then late third, Herbert in there, hurt and all. Finds McConkey. That's nice.
Yeah, how about that throw on the run, throwing a dime in the red zone? You throw it low or you throw it super high. He threw it low, touchdown, McConkey.
21-7 to 24-14, but deep in the red zone again, it's Patterson. The Chargers. You figured one of these games was going to go the way you thought they would, right, this week. And the Chargers, despite the injury to Herbert, wins 31-14 to up their mark to 8-4 coach Jim Harbaugh on what he knew right after the game about Herbert's injury.
Yeah, he had a break in the back of the hand, and is going to have a procedure done tomorrow on it.
Is he going to miss any time?
Don't know about that. We'll see where the week takes us.
Well, and so the Chargers, well, we don't know if they're going to be without him, although that's certainly getting a snap and certain things. And a procedure done. Trey Lance would be the backup.
Yeah.
Obviously, that changes some things if they have to go that way. We don't know at the moment.
When he said procedure, well, I think we can kind of read between the lines. There's probably going to be surgery on that left hand. The good thing, it's his non-throwing hand. And we hope he can come back without missing any time. But even if he does come back, they got to run the football. As you talk about, be more physical. He shouldn't have to throw the football 35 times a game. Run the football, they get Hampton back. That's how they should play. This quarterback has been banged up a lot. He's been hit a lot in his career. You got to limit the number of times he gets hits. Harbaugh said he would do that. So far this year, it's gone the opposite way. He's getting hit a lot.
They play the Eagles on a Monday night. That's the cartoon game, right? That's the
Monsters, Inc.
The Monsters, Inc.
Have you ever seen Monsters?
Monsters.
Have you ever seen Monsters?
I haven't. I think I'm in it, but we'll see. As for the Bills, well, here's the formula. They ran for what? Where's my card? It's somewhere here. 249. That would win you most games, especially if Pittsburgh ran for like 50 or 60. And you know, Josh Allen throws for what, 130? Fine. Just fine. They played good defense. They ran the ball. Sounds like cold weather football to me.
It travels. You can take it anywhere. Sometimes Superman needs a day off. Like, yeah, I get it. We love to see him put the cape on, but Josh Allen doesn't need to do it a lot. And we said it in the first quarter watching this game. If you're the Bills, the two best players on their entire football team are the quarterback and the tailback. Let the tailback carry the load sometimes. You knew the Steelers couldn't stop the run early on. Those guys wanted no part of it, and I thought the Bills' offensive line did an outstanding job. And if you're Cook, you got to demand the football a little bit more. He's got to hold on to it. But this is how they can play, Boom. They can play with a lot of teams if they run the football behind the offensive line, and then when you need those special plays, a lot of quarterback to do it. The defense can be very opportunistic. They're not going to stop. They're not going to shut anybody out, but they can create turnovers if Bosa stays healthy and you got those guys on the back end. So there's a way for Buffalo to win a lot of games. Today really mimicked that way.
Well, and they did this with the two starting tackles hurt.
Yes.
And
yes.
they ran for over 250 yards
Yes.
against Pittsburgh on the road.
In that
Steelers,
yes.
you know, they beat New England early. You know, they had that win a few weeks ago over the Colts, but it's not looking like it was supposed to. Is that kind of a nice way to put it?
It's a great way to put. This iteration of the Steelers seems to be fading away. And by this iteration, I'm talking about the Hayward, the Watt, like this, like being a dominant defensive team. The quarterback was going to try to come in and try to be a missing piece. He's 41 years old. Today, he looked 41. Every time he gets hit, he looks like a guy who mentally is asking himself, why am I out here at this stage of my life? And I think the longer the season goes, the colder the weather gets, the more he's going to feel that way. And you heard Mike Tomlin answer the question about how does it feel when they're saying fire Mike Tomlin. And I thought he answered the question very profoundly. Mm-hmm. I feel the same way when we perform that way. They realize they're not getting it done. And I think at some point they got to, because this has been a few years now. We're looking for this. We're looking for something, but we keep doing the same things over and over. Plug a quarterback in. Let's go with the veteran defense. At some point, I think the Steelers have to figure out something different.
Explain to folks out there what it's like to be part of a defensive unit, which you were with Tampa Bay. And we're talking about Seattle with a shutout. I don't care that it was a first-year quarter. You can get up 3 or 6 by accident. To get a goose egg, what's the talk like in the huddle with like 10 minutes to go?
It's very similar to when you have like a no-hitter in baseball. Like they come around rarely, but when you get them, they're special because this is professional football. When you can hold another team that's getting paid the way you are and you keep them from scoring any points, not only did you do your job, it's a no-hitter. Like that's the equivalent of it in football from a baseball standpoint, and it's special because they don't come along often. If you doubt that, just Google how many shutouts there are each year. Not many.
You had a few, but
we had a couple.
So Seattle, they're first in 10 years. The bottom feeders in the AFC East put on a good show today. Both the Dolphins and the Jets. Let's start with the Dolphins at home. Dave, looking to win 3 in a row. Tua at home against the Saints. Devon Achane, over 100 yards for him. He can motor. Miami looks like they're having fun a little. And 7-0 Dolphins. Now, late first, Tua, Darren Waller. He's back.
He comes back. He goes and he comes back.
More comebacks than Larry Holmes. 10-0 Miami. Tyler Shuck. Now he's won a game, and he's looking for Chris Olave, but Rasul Douglas read that like a book. It's going to set up a Dolphins field goal. They lead 16-0 at the half for the rookie. Shucks. Now, third quarter, same score. Shuck hangs in. Olave! Whoa! Touchdown, they get 2 at 16-8, one-score game. Now we're a minute and a half to go in the game, 19-11, and it was before World War I. The Dolphins lead. Shuck to Devon Vele, and Vele of Fish against the Fish. 19-17, they need a 2-point conversion. Looking for Vele, and not only didn't they get 2, Minkah Fitzpatrick, you never see this. Could go all the way for 2 points for Miami. 21-17 Dolphins? Charlie Smith is a great story. Played Gaelic football. He's the new Saints kicker from Ireland. And Vele recovers it against the Fish.
Oh, I love it, Boom. I love it. They thought it might have hit somebody, but it did not. Love it.
That's how they do it in Ireland. Hey, it's 4th and 1. The Saints from the 36 Shuck. Quarterback sneak. Did he get it? Yeah. You know what, Mike McDaniel? Yale comes from way back to beat Youngstown State in the playoffs. They beat Harvard. Mike McDaniel's team hasn't lost in a month. 21-17 Dolphins. Jets at home on a rough weather day against the Atlanta Falcons. Here come those Jets. They've won 2. Kirk Cousins starting these days for Atlanta. 1 last week. Cousins to Bijan Mustard Robinson. Bijan ran for 142, and he caught this, 42 yards. And then from the 5, why not give it to him? That's a nice move. Shucks the tackle. And the Falcons lead it 14-7 at the Meadowlands. Tyrod Taylor, little play action to Adonai Mitchell. Hanukkah coming up. Adonai Mitchell, 52 yards. We're tied at 14. Under 9 to go. We're tied at 17. It's actually a fun game.
It turned out to be.
May not have been that much fun if you're sitting out there, right? Cousins to David Sills. Window Sills. He's in there, 24-17. Falcons. Under 5 to go, 3rd and 3. Aaron Glenn, what do you guys got? Tyrod. Remember, Justin Fields really more the runner. But Tyrod, the veteran, keeps it himself. First down. Jets in the red zone. Down by a touchdown. 2 minutes to go. Second to goal from the 10. Tyrod. He's to the fuck. Look at the move by the veteran.
Let's see you, Tyrod.
Tied at 24. 17 seconds to go. Seemed like everybody had the ball like the last 2 minutes, like 5 times. Taylor to Mitchell, first down. Jets keep it going. Nick Folk missed the 55-yarder. What do we got to do? Keep it low. Look at how low this goes. into the wind. Good. The veteran has hit every kick but one this year, and the Jets break him up. He's a Folk hero. Nick Folk, Jets, 56 yards, the low one, like a crosswind in golf. Keep it low. Jets win 27-24. So, we look at the Sunday slate book. It's like, well, all those games on Thanksgiving and on Friday, what do we got left? The NFL, they put on a good show.
Absolutely.
They put on a good show. Now, speaking of show, this I thought would be interesting. Think of these 3 games on Thanksgiving and the one on Black Friday, all right? Before the season started, this summer, the 5 odds-on favorites, not odds-on, but lowest odds to win the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Philadelphia, defending champs, 6.5 to 1. Buffalo, 7 to 1. Baltimore, 7 to 1. Kansas City, 8 to 1. Detroit, 9 to 1. 4 of those 5 teams play, and the 6th team was like 20 to 1. Way off. My point is, Thanksgiving is when you got to get going, right?
Yes.
And 4 of these teams lost, and not impressively, at least in a couple. We know you understand the scores and what happened, but just a refresher course, and then we're going to weigh in. So these are the 4 results. Green Bay looked the part in Detroit. Remember, they beat them week 1, but Jordan Love and company looked the part again, leading by 3 in the third quarter. This is Christian Watson. The Packers win in Detroit, 31-24. Green Bay against Chicago next week. Detroit, of course, plays at home against Dallas on a Thursday night. Speaking of Dallas, all of a sudden, Dak Prescott, Cowboys, dangerous. Big win over Eagles, down 21 points the week before. Against the Chiefs in Dallas. Dak to Javonte Williams. And the most impressive thing, Cowboys never let Patrick Mahomes and company get the ball back, down by 3 points late. And so Dallas wins 31-28. Joe Burrow missing all that time after week 2. Bengals in Baltimore, who figure at home to win. No, Burrow to Andre Yoshivas from Princeton. Baltimore against Pittsburgh, they're both 6-6, a stunning loss. With John Harbaugh and a big win for the Bengals, maybe they're in it. Caleb Williams and the Bears, remember they started 0-2. They're in Philly. And certainly on Friday, Philly is going to be so annoyed at that loss against Dallas. Wrong. Caleb to Cole won first week Komet. And the Bears win 24-15 in a game that was not that close. I'm going to go in order. It's going to be like the lightning rod, right?
Yeah.
We're going to do the teams that lost, but Green Bay, Jordan Love can look so good sometimes. Other times he can look not bad, but
yeah.
They look like this with that defense. They're going somewhere.
Not only are they going somewhere, but they could go a long way to get to that place because when he's at his best, he can throw the football as pretty as anyone, pushing the football down the field. Christian Watson is back. He tore his ACL last year. Now he's back. So the deep threat is back. So not only do you have all those wide receivers, but you got the guy that can stretch the field so they can score quickly. And if this team gets a lead, they got 2 pass rushers that can close you out. Rashawn Gary and Micah Parsons. Micah had, 2.5 sacks during the game. He's got 12.5, 13 right now. The speed and the threat of the speed helps Rashawn Gary. They got 2 bookends. The defense is fast. Quay Walker, I can go on and on. But when the quarterback can put points on the board and force the other team to drop back and throw the football, that's when they become dangerous.
These big teams have played less against each other in the first 2/3 of the season than most divisions, it seems to me. So there's a lot of mano-y-mano. Detroit, real quick. Well, look, they have Hutchinson, but is their defense going to be able to be better so that offense, which they count on with Coughlin, of course, Gibbs and all those players to get 24, 20. In other words, Detroit, they're 3rd place right now. They're very dangerous, but giving up in the mid-20s all the time, that's not going to do it.
Now you're asking your offense to score high 20s or 30 points, and the offense is good. It's not quite as good as it was under Ben Johnson, but it's still very good. But it's the same issue that we've had with Detroit. Who's going to rush the passer opposite Aiden Hutchinson? Can they cover on the back end well enough? There are 2 impact players on their defense, Hutchinson, and when you talk about Kerry Joseph, you talk about Branch. They got a few impact players on the defense, but They need another rusher, somebody. McNeil is coming back off the ACL up front. They got to get some more impact guys. Anzalone, somebody's got to step up to help the defense. They just need a couple of stops, a couple of turnovers to get the football back. And then Dan Campbell, if you're going to call the plays, like it's hard to be a jack of all trades because you don't master any. Now he's calling the plays. The game control, the clock management. Things are starting to creep in a little bit. He's got to watch that.
He does. Kansas City, 6-6. Nobody starting with them thought they would be 6-6 at this point in the season. We brought this up after they lost to Denver 2 weeks ago. They don't necessarily want to hear me, and they would never use this as an excuse, but the reality is, all right, the last 7 years they've played 137 games. All right, they've been in the championship game every year or beyond. And now at the end of this year, that's not including a playoff that they might make, 154 games in 8 years. New England, their first bit of a run, 7 years, 129. The second bit of a run, 8 years, 149. What I'm saying is, it is mentally, in addition to physically wearing. And one thing these Chiefs and the players now and coaches now have to deal with that they didn't before, we're playing in Brazil. We're playing on every day of the week. We're playing on Christmas. We're playing on Black Friday. We're playing on whatever it is. The COVID year, everybody played on every day. In other words, there is nothing normal, even like it was 15 years ago. I wondered when it might take its toll. I'm not saying they can't get there, because with Mahomes and Andy Reid, et cetera. But that's real, isn't it? I mean, it makes you appreciate where they've been.
They've played a lot of football. They may be more mentally tired than physically. And I think where the mental tiredness comes in is you started to, not only mentally tired, Boom, but we talked about this. Everybody's getting older. Everybody has other interests. Mahomes, he's now older. He's got 3 kids. Travis, we've all seen what's going on in his life. Things start to become where you can't spend 13 hours a day at the facility. And when that happens, the tendency is to say, I got it. And sometimes you don't have it. And if you look at their losses this year, little things. Think about the Charger loss. Think about the Jacksonville loss when everybody got on Chris Jones. Think about some of the little things. And I get it. The offensive line is not what it used to be, but they still have the best player in the sport in Patrick Mahomes. They still have arguably a top 2 or 3 coach in the sport, and he's not 3, in Andy Reid. Brett Veach is one of the best general managers in the sport. I don't think they're going away, but their margin for error has gotten super small.
Right, at 6-6, I mean, 11-6 might not work. 10-7 is going to be really rough, and who knows if they can do that. It's a lot of football. It's just a lot. Now, Baltimore, here they were. They won 1 game. Now they won 5 in a row. And then that was a lay an egg against the Bengals at home. And Lamar hasn't really looked like him since he's come back,
It's been one of those things that, the hamstring, he misses a few weeks. He comes back. Every week on the injury report, he's missing a day here, a day there. The offense doesn't look the same. Derrick Henry, for the first time, looks like he's a 30-plus-year-old, 250-pound running back. And so, Father Time is undefeated. Now, can they make a run? Yes. Thankful for them that defense is playing better. Anytime you put Hamilton down in the box, he's starting to make plays. Marlon Humphrey's still there. They still have playmakers. They just need to figure out a way to get in the tournament. Right now, they're on the outside looking in. They got to play their best ball. They've been in playoff mode for a while. That's a long time to be in playoff mode.
Well, the other thing they have going for them is nobody's over 500 in the division. So you win the division. They play Pittsburgh twice, including the first time this week. So that ultimately, barring the Bengals, if they get in and on a run, that we'll see what Baltimore can do and look like the Ravens. At least they just haven't. Now Philadelphia, for all the noise on the offense and what are we doing, and Saquon, well, he doesn't. I mean, he's had a worse year than Derrick Henry, by far.
Without a doubt, yep.
With that line, we've had injuries, and the receiving, and our offense is off. Timeout. You gave up how many yards rushing to the Chicago Bears? The first time that 2 backs for Chicago have each had over 100 yards since Walter Payton and Matt Suhey in 85? I don't know what year, 85 Super Bowl year, whatever it was. It was almost 300 yards.
Yeah.
So I haven't heard that. That's my eye opener. This team that mauled Kansas City, it's not even a full year later. They gave up that many yards rushing? What was that?
Well, boom, not only that, they gave up that many yards rushing against those two defensive tackles, Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. As soon as it's almost like when you're plugging those holes and there's water up. Hey, let's plug the A.J. Brown hole, or here now we're running the football. Let's stop that. Now the quarterback's issue. We stop that now to the head coach. Like, it always seems like there's a little something going on in Philly. And we say that, but they're still talented enough to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, God, yes.
It just makes you the teams we talk about lets everyone know how much parity there is left in this league right now. And anybody can win it. And if you look at the Eagles, who at one point we thought were the best team in the sport at one point, they continue to make some of these mistakes. But to your point about the running game, you can't get ran on the way they did, especially as we get into when the weather changes, when you can't throw the football. And all teams are going to do is line up and run the football. They better do some soul searching in Philadelphia.
That was just each one got more shocking as the weekend went on. The good news is these teams are good enough to get in and do a ton of damage. Now, speaking of ton of damage, we talked in the show about a shutout for a defensive unit. They got a lot of players that are responsible for that, but I think your game ball is going to recognize.
Without a doubt. Anytime you get a shutout, you got to be recognized. And my game ball is going to Seattle linebacker Ernest Jones IV. He was absolutely outstanding. Think about this line. 12 tackles, 7 solo. He had 2 pass defense. He scored a touchdown. He had 2 INTs. And anytime you get a defensive touchdown in a shutout, you get 2 picks. Your defense dominates the opposing team. Somebody on that defense has got to stand out, and today it was Ernest Jones IV. He gets a game ball.
So week 13, number 13 gets a game ball.
I see.
That's good. Hey, listen, 41 years young, Nick Folk. You know what? The Jets, we know what kind of year they had again, right? But the kick he missed earlier in this game is the first one he missed all year. And to drill a 56-yarder knowing that I better keep it low or I won't make it. And if it's blocked, so be it. It wouldn't have made it otherwise. 41 years young, Nick Folk, field goals this year, 22 of 23, extra points, 15 of 15. The Jets don't kick a lot of extra points, right? or whatever the number is. And so, as was pointed out by our research staff, he was born in 1984, the same week that the Niners last won in Cleveland and when Bill Walsh was the head coach. At any rate, congratulations to those guys. All right, we've done some talking. Now we're going to let Scott Van Pelt do some talking because Sunday Night Football, Denver hot, Washington not. But guess what? If it goes the way week 13 goes, don't count on it. Scotty, all yours.
It's about right, Boom. Denver has been rolling. Washington, a bit of a lost season due to all the injuries, but this turned into arguably the game of Sunday as Bo Nix, who had the most passing yards on the day, is watching as Marcus Mariota hits Treylon Burks for one of the catches of the year. Burks goes up, high points it. Odell Beckham Jr. had that remarkable catch on a Sunday night. Similar in a lot of ways. Although this is for 6, Jaden Daniels maybe back next week for Washington, loving it, as it is a 14-13 Washington lead. It was short-lived as R.J. Harvey, who is the lead back with Dobbins injured for the moment, puts Denver back in front 20-14. Under a minute to go, Washington 4th and 6. Zach Ertz had a 100-yard game receiving for Washington. He is on the receiving end. And now the man who beat Washington on this field kicking for Chicago earlier this year, Jake Moody, ties things at the gun. We go to overtime. Denver gets the ball first, and Bo Nix finds Evan Engram, and he's on the move. And it looks like here he might score. Washington finally tracks him down at about the 10. A couple of plays later, it's Harvey with his second of the game, and Denver leads 27-20. Of course, with the new overtime rules, Washington has an opportunity to answer. It's 4th and 6. Mariota, under pressure, about to be sacked, escapes several times, and that pass is picked by Denver. However, the fact that Mariota was able to get the pass off at all results in a pass interference call on Talanoa Hufanga. So Washington has a chance. 3rd and 4. Mariota, Terry McLaurin, touchdown Washington. But the Commanders' top pick, Josh Connerly, is called for holding, so it's nullified. There's the hold right there. So now Washington's got to dial up something, and they do. 3rd and 14. Debo gets deep. Can he get in to tie it? No. Tracked down just a couple of yards shy. It's now 4th and goal. Mariota, McLaurin, touchdown Commanders. This one counts. Look, the Commanders are having a rough season. They're 3-8. Let's go for 2. They do, and this play is going to work, except Nick Bonitto is able to come in and deflect it. It was a great play design. McNichols was out there by himself, but Bonitto is able to leap up, knock it down, and Denver wins by 1, their 9th consecutive victory. Afterwards, Sean Payton said this is a Super Bowl team, and that's a guy, obviously, his time in New Orleans, he would know. They head next week to Vegas to take on Boom, and Your Honor, I'll do it. Meanwhile, Washington will head to Minnesota. They're coming off quite a clunker as they were shut out at Seattle. Those are those two teams' Week 14 matchups. Boom.
Well, that was Week 13. It was just when you think you got things laid out, you don't.
It always goes that way, Boo.
Right, and then the new favorite, the Rams, well, they lost. I mean, you can lose a game, but now who's going to be the favorite? It's almost like being on the cover back in my day of Sports Illustrated or on Madden. You better go away.
Yeah,
the new favorite, Jets. Just kidding.
Oh, wow.
Just throwing it out there. Nice to see you.
Always good.
Ready for December?
Let's do it, buddy.
All right. For Booger, I'm Boomer. Thanks for watching NFL Primetime. We have a blast doing it for you. Hopefully you have as much fun out there as we do in here. Have a great week. Welcome to December. See you next week.